is officially underway, and already there are two players who are turning heads now just 2 days in. Hi there, I'm Daniel Booth here with your Chiefs news of the day. Make sure you like and subscribe and join in the conversation in the comment section below. So if you haven't heard so far, player number one turning heads is Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice is shining in training camp, they are saying, putting his off-field issues aside and showing why the Kansas City Chiefs became so enamored with him last season after he was a second-round pick back in 2023. Now, listen, while it is expected that Rice will serve a suspension at some point this season, he's still an emerging star and one of the most important members of this offense moving forward. And here's what they're saying about him at camp right now. This, according to Arrowhead Pride and Pete Sweeney, thank you. Chiefs minicamp observations from Tuesday's day one, so this is 1 day old. The good news today, I did hear that Harrison Butker was back, so any speculation that he was out due to his Benedictine College comments proved to be false, as we knew and said yesterday, but he's back in practice. But the players of the day yesterday, they said, check out these numbers. Offensive player of the day, Rashee Rice, is 11 on 11. He had 5 catches, including 3 touchdowns and 7-on-7 work. He added 3 catches, including a touchdown. Any off-the-field stuff has very clearly not impacted anything on the field based on this look. Remember, too, that Rashee Rice had somewhat of an apology this past weekend at a football camp for kids. All the wide receivers were there. And he basically took ownership of his actions. A lot of people said that it didn't go far enough because he said basically, hey, mistakes happen and all I can do is be the same person that I can be and grow from this. And so it seemed like it was a start there, but, not necessarily an apology. Certainly didn't apologize to the victims that were hospitalized. But it seems like he is back in Kansas City. He's back at camp. He's back under the tutelage of his coaches, and that's right where he belongs. Keep him safe and out of trouble. But we'll see moving forward what that long-term maturity is going to be. Now, the Chiefs seem to be operating like Rice will be with the team for the majority of the season. However, a wise decision given the uncertainty around the situation. Rice caught, it says here, 79 passes for 938 yards and 7 touchdowns last year. And remember, as we all know, that kind of came on closer to the end of the season. If we remember, he really came along later in the season and really emerged as, oh boy, we may have a number one on our hands. Now that we have certainly Xavier Hollywood Brown here in the mix, and our first round draft pick who ran a lightning speed 40, broke the record with a 4.21. We have 3 solid wide receivers, and as we know, Nicole Brown just signed a couple days ago to fill that 4th position spot. Tony still on the team, so is Sky Moore. I don't expect them, though, to make the team. I would imagine that the Chiefs are going to be looking for a wide receiver come training camp time and come cuts time. The other player that looked really good, this was very encouraging, was defensive player of the day, Bryan Cook. Cook, it says here, did not appear to miss a rep despite last year's injury. He's apparently Pete Sweeney tweeting out that he was surprised by how fast he looks. During 7th, Kelsey tipped the ball in the air that Cook brought in for an interception. And 11s later, Cook brought up another Kelsey target. So that is also very encouraging. Let me share this just so you can see what I'm looking at. Yeah, right here, defensive player of the day. Bryan Cook. And so, but I really love this quote that I found about Kelsey. He said this about Cook. Kelsey said, quote, he's an absolute stud of a professional and football player. Quote, you can just see him getting better and better every single snap, every single day, and it's because of his mindset and how he approaches really life. Kelsey adds, I just love that dude. So really good news that The guy is fast because obviously we lost L'Jarius Sneed, I think, to the Texans. I think that's right. Sounds right. And so we are looking for the next defensive back to step up. Of course, we know Trent McDuffie and what he can do. He was recently ranked as the second best defensive back in all of football by a recent poll. Maybe we'll do a video on that tomorrow. That'll do it for today. Have a great night, safe night. Thanks for watching. As always, go Chiefs.